Hey, good morning, friends. Pastor Jason here with our Friday check-in. I'm going to piggyback on to what Pastor Angie shared with us yesterday, the reading from 2 Peter from the Upper Room Discipline. Idea of patience and being accepting of things happening, things occurring in God's timing, not on ours, and just how frustrating that can be. And the Reverend Adam Hamilton speaks to this a little bit in chapter 1 of Incarnation that we're continuing to look at this week. And I want to share just briefly from that for us this morning. It says that we live in that period between the triumph of Easter and Christ's triumphant return when he makes all things new. We see a world where suffering still occurs, where darkness seems to reign, where the kingdoms of this world seem to have the upper hand. We continue to live as followers of the King whose kingdom is not of this world, but breaking into this world through his followers, through us. And just as Peter was speaking about, God's concept of time is not ours, and with God, 1,000 days can be like 1,000 years can be a day can be 1,000 years. We're in this period now of waiting between the resurrection and the second coming. And I think it's easy to get frustrated. It's easy to get impatient. It's easy to get kind of bogged down with all of just kind of this present day, earthly world stuff. But our King and the kingdom that we get to be citizens of, friends, that's not of this world. Hear that again, it's not. We're easily distracted, we lose focus, we become impatient, and we get caught up with all the stuff going on down here. I think it's easy for us to forget the role that we have to play in the coming kingdom right now. Not just when it comes, not just when Jesus comes back, but right now. Because friends, I invite you to hear that again. We continue to live as followers of the King whose kingdom is not of this world, but breaking into this world through his followers, through us. So I kind of want to leave that with our question for today or for this weekend. I want to give us that to chew on. And that question is this: in your sphere of influence, in your little corner of the world, friends, how are you helping Christ's kingdom to break in? Or how can you? In your home with your family, in your workplace or your office, on your street, your neighborhood, your community, how can you help God's kingdom, the kingdom where Jesus Christ is king and reigns? How do you help that kingdom just inch a little bit more into this one? How can we help the new creation come and start to manifest, come and be incarnate here and now? Because those opportunities are all around us. And if you're part of my small group, this is kind of the same challenge, the same question that we ended on last night. Where and how in your life right now, in your inner circle, in your pod, in your bubble, in your office, whatever, how, starting right there, might you be able to help God's kingdom just get a little closer, become a little bit more tangible, become a little bit more real for those around you? Because the opportunity's there. The opportunities are endless. The possibilities are endless. And I invite you now, just kind of offer this for us as a reminder. Our King is not of this world. Our kingdom is not of this world, but it's trying to break in. It's trying to change lives here. It's trying to change lives now. Christ is trying to reach people here around us now. How do we help? How can we help? How can we play a part in that? Spend some time reading today, friends. Spend some time praying on that. I want you to think about those around you, those who you're seeing. You know, maybe it's a phone call, maybe it's an email, maybe it's an invitation to church when we're back in person, or an invitation to watch online with them, an invitation to small group, an invitation to read a book, an invitation to have a cup of coffee, whatever it is. What can we be doing? What can you be doing today, this very day, to help the kingdom, not of this world, break into this world just a little bit more? Friends, yeah, that's the challenge that we're invited into. That's where I'm going to ask you to spend some time today. Friends, have a great Friday. Stay warm, stay dry if it rains a bit. Friends, have a great day. Have a good weekend. Be back tomorrow morning to check in, and then we're back with worship on Sunday. Friends, be safe and be well, and remember how much that you are loved. And remember that you don't have to wait until the second coming to start playing your role in building the kingdom. Right now. Right now. Bye, friends.